like maybe a week or two before it was our scheduled date to leave the MTC, you get your flight plans, and it's pretty exciting because then you realize how real it is. You get these plans, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be on this plane in just a couple weeks, and I'm gonna be flying halfway around the world. And then then the actual day comes, and most people are up late, like finishing packing their luggage and getting ready to like leave the next morning. And it was a pretty early start for us. We got up probably like 5:30 to get our stuff together and to head out the door. And so they took us up on these big buses up to the Salt Lake airport, and they'd given us all a pass along card, and they're like, okay, when you're in the airport, we want you to at least contact one person, give them this pass along card and things like that. And so everyone's like, and it was like you've been in the MTC for like 3 months. And so it's like your first time contact with people outside of the walls of the MTC. And so everyone's like, you see people like going up to like strangers, and all the other missionaries just kind of like watch and see if they're successful at giving their pass along card away. And then you get on an airplane for a really, really long time. And it's kind of neat because like before you actually fly overseas, you get to call your family before you leave. And so you're in the MTC and you just, you have your phone card or whatever, and you call your parents, your brothers and sisters, and then you get on the plane. And the plane was a really, really long plane ride because going to Asia, it's like a 16-hour plane ride. And so you're in as a missionary, you don't watch any movies, you don't watch the TV or anything like that. And so you're on the plane over, and you're just like trying to find ways to keep yourself busy, or talking to the other missionaries, or you're just reading a book, or maybe you're reading your scriptures. You wouldn't probably be reading a book, but anyways, so. And then, like, you land, like, first we flew from Salt Lake to Seattle to Japan, and then Japan to Taiwan. And by the time you get to Japan, you're just so exhausted traveling. And we had another leg, and we finally made it to Taiwan, and we got there like 11:30 at night. And so you get there pretty late. And your mission president, you're kind of gross from traveling, and you come to the baggage claim, and the mission president and his wife are like waiting there, and they have a big banner like "Welcome to the Taiwan Taichung mission," and you get your bags, and everyone gets together, and you snap a photo, and I just remember that he brought the assistants with him, who are just like the missionaries who help the mission president kind of coordinate the work and things like that. And the assistants were there, and you like look at these seasoned missionaries who've been over here for a long time, and you feel a little bit intimidated. You're just like, oh my gosh, there's so much, like I'm like brand new, and they're just like so much wiser, and they have so much more experience. And then you get on the bus, and we had a couple hour bus ride to get to our actual mission. And on the bus ride, like you're just like, you're feeling really exhausted, and you're just like, oh my goodness, like what's going on? And like the president's wife are going through, like they're talking about like mission stuff and expectations and things like that, and you're just you're trying to pay attention, but you're feeling kind of tired. And then we got to bed about 2 a.m. I think we got to the mission home, and we went to bed about 2 a.m. And in the Taiwan Taichung mission, this is kind of unique to the mission, but they have kind of a initiation into the mission, which I've never heard of other missions doing. But what they do is they wake you up at 6:30 in the morning after about 4 hours of sleep, and you have to go run a mile. So they take you and they go run a mile, and then they make you do like, apparently now, like when we did it, we just had to go run a mile, and it's like, you're just like, what in the world? Like, I'm so tired, and I'm running a mile. And apparently now they like make them do stair steppers, and they make them do like all kinds of different things. And then you like go back and you get showered and you change, and then the first couple days are just like burned into your memory forever, because it's just like everything's new and like it's all a blur. But you go home, you change, you have breakfast at the mission president's house, and then you go and you have instruction for the rest of the day, just talking about the mission and things like that, just kind of to help you get motivated and excited about where you're going to be serving, and just instruction. And then that night you do something kind of unique. It's called Dan Jones night. And so they take all the new, like you go out to dinner at like a nice Chinese restaurant, and then like they take you to a humongous night market, which there's tons of night markets in Taiwan. And so they take you to a night market, and you stand on a soapbox, and they make everyone you're like right in like the center of the market, where there's tons of people just walking around, and you get on a soapbox, and you like just tell the whole crowd of people, like about the Book of Mormon, about the church, and about Joseph Smith, and you bear your testimony on that soapbox, and then like right after that, like after you finish bearing your testimony, and I don't even know if anyone could understand like your Chinese when you're like up there like talking about it, but then you hop off the soapbox, and they have a missionary will come and grab you, and they'll like you guys will just go out and start contacting people in the night market. And so you just go and you get all these contacts. You just go and you contact a whole bunch of people, and that's the first day. And then the second day you wake up again, and this time you have to run another mile, but this time it's a timed mile. And so they time your mile because they want you to like get better. They want you to improve your mile time by the time you end like your mission. So anyways, that was the first couple days. And then after like at the end of like the second day, or was it the third day? I think it's the second day. You have a big meeting, and that's where you actually get to meet your trainer, who's gonna like, it's the guy who trains you on your mission, teaches you the ropes and shows you how to do things. And so you have a big meeting, and you get to meet your trainer, and then your trainer just, it's your new companion for the next 12 weeks. And he's like, welcome to Taiwan. And they help you grab your luggage, and you're off on the bus to all your different areas all over Taiwan. And so, yeah, that's the process of getting to Taiwan. So.